welcome back to my channel. On today's video I'm doing this really dramatic yellow winged cut crease. So yeah, let's get right onto the video. I'll be using mainly three palettes on this look. It's the Magic palette by Juvia's Place, the Morphe 350 palette, and one that I've been waiting to use for a long time but haven't really had a reason, or maybe I just didn't remember I had it, but I'm gonna use the BH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil palette, which has some really pretty matte bright colors. I wanted to use this one and this one here, but it didn't really show up as well as I wanted it to on the concealer that I'm using, and I've misplaced my white eyeshadow base, so it didn't really work out that way. So I used the yellow from this one, and that's why I'm using this palette here, but it would have mainly been this palette that I already used. So I'm gonna begin with my transition colors, and I'm using this color right here, which is from the Morphe 350 palette. It's like right on the corner right there. I'm just gonna warm up the above the crease using this color right here. I do want to go for something really subtle because I know once I add the browns and stuff, like, it's just gonna disappear. So the little that is there, I want it to be like showing. Okay, so I've applied that to the extent that I feel is sufficient. Then I'm gonna build on that using this color right here, which is like at the center of the palette. Basically, it's like bang on in the middle. I hate that this palette doesn't have names for these colors. Like, what's the point? Like, I'm gonna just add one more color on here just to really deepen the crease, and I'm going for this really dark brown right there. It's the third one from the right. So with that color, I'm taking it into the crease, just so I know later on as well where that gold will lay. But I'm trying, like this color right here, if you mess up and you put too much of it, it's gonna ruin the rest of the colors. So I had to really be careful with this one. And then to avoid a hot mess, I'm gonna blend it out properly using the brush that I used for that previous brown. So now that we've done those eyeshadows, I'm gonna move on to the cut crease. I'm gonna use Fawn by LA Girl Pro Conceal, and I pray, please let it go right. I'll be so upset if it doesn't go right, because this eye is the one that usually messes up, and I get this one perfectly. If I mess up on this eye after working so hard to get this one perfectly, I'm gonna be very angry. So please guys, can we just hold hands and pray? Okay, so I'm gonna start from the inner corner. KAM Musik. Okay, so now that I've done the actual lid, I'm now gonna extend the wing. Lord have mercy. My heart's in my toes. Okay, it's looking like we're there. I feel like I got it. Okay, so now that we've got the wing situation going on, I'm gonna take this color here from the Juvia's Place Magic palette, and it's called Juvia. It's that wonderful gold that I'm always singing about. If you've ever heard me talk about gold, this would be it. So I'm gonna pat that onto the concealer that I've just applied. And again, I opted to use this gold because it doesn't need much assistance. Like, it will go wherever you take it, and it will show prominently, and it's just a no-nonsense gold, you know? It works. I'm not so concerned about getting it right on the line, simply because that line is going to be covered in a bit. So I'm going to stop there. I feel like that's enough gold, it will show. And I'm going to move on to the gold cut crease line that I'm going to do. Okay, so for that gold line going across up here, I used the Fine Glitter Dust by Barry M, and this is, it says 10 and then 702, so I'm not sure what it is. Maybe, hopefully you can see that. But yeah, it's like this really bright yellow gold. And then to put it actually on there, because I don't really have a glitter liner, I'm using the Barry M Glitter Fixer Gel as well to apply it. So what I've done is I've put it on the back of my hand, a fair amount, about the size of a pea. And then I'm gonna take the dust as well using a small brush. I'm gonna pick up like a bunch of it and then place it next to it. And what I've been doing is taking the gel and taking the glitter, making it into a little paste because it does dry quickly, and using that a little bit at a time. And when I need more, I mix another amount and, you know, use that. I'm gonna need the mirror in my nose for me to complete this task. And what I did do was start about halfway through the eye. And I'm placing this gold glitter on top of the gold eyeshadow, not on the brown. Okay, so now I'm gonna apply my wing liner, and I'm using the Max Factor Masterpiece High Precision Liquid Eyeliner. And it's this one right here. It's like such a weird applicator. It's like the strangest thing ever. Anyway, I'm gonna move on to my lashes now. I'm using these ones here at the top, which I don't even know where they came from. I've lost whatever was over it, so I don't know what brand they are. But they're quite large. They're these ones here. Well, they look large, but they really aren't. They're good size. They don't take over the whole look so that you can't see exactly what's going on with the eyeshadows, but they're still big enough to let it be known that they're there. So now moving down to my lower eyelash line. I wanted another little pop of color, so I'm using this color right here, which is the pink from the Taking Back to Brazil palette. It's like the brightest pink in there. I'm using this tiny little brush to just place it on my lower lash line. See, I love how this pink really shows up, but the yellows really don't, unless you have like a white background. So it's kind of like frustrating because I did want it to be a matte yellow on my eyelid, but that's okay. Then using the Revolution Vivid Baked bronzer in the shade Rock On World, I'm going to highlight my tear duct area because again, this is such a bright yellow. I don't really need it to be popping. I just need something to be there looking nice and pretty. So that's what I use to highlight my face, so I'm gonna just use that to highlight that area. Then I'm also going to use it to highlight just underneath my eyebrow right there. Then to finish it all off, I'm just going to apply some mascara. I'm using the Rimmel London Scandalise Extreme mascara, and I want it to be quite chunky, to be honest, so that it can really show up in front of this pink. So I'm trying to coat each lash quite generously. I feel like I should add a little bit of pink on my lips. So I might have gone and added just a little bit more pink to my lips because I felt it was necessary. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. This is the finished look. I feel like I'm getting a hang of this wang thing, you know? Thank you for tuning in, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!